Hey everybody, Crow back again, and it's time for more
Questions! I need answers!
Alright, it's been almost a month and a half since the last time I did this. Now, there haven't been way too many questions as there was last time, but I've been wanting to get on these questions, and I just haven't had the time to. But, and I did answer the one question. I should have posted that video already. So let's just get started. This first one is from White and Nerdy. Long-time viewer, first-time questioner. Two-part question. First, what's the status of the Nerf guns? You made a couple of videos acquiring them and later modifying them, but nothing since. Second, how is the Hot Wheel collection coming? I assume these were passing hobbies, but they were interesting pickups nonetheless. Yeah, I really haven't done anything with the Nerf guns. In fact, I was going to pull out, they're all like in a tub, all the ones that I've picked up, they're all in a container. And I was looking for the container. I looked for about 5 minutes. I was like, I could have swore it was around here. And it's buried way underneath one of the pinball machines. I'm actually going to dig it out. But I do have this one out. Usually I do like to fire this one occasionally. Nope. It's just, so this one I bought at Goodwill. And it does have the mod in there with the metal, you know, brackets or whatever, the tougher spring. So it fires a lot further. It's pretty fun, actually. I modded one other one, but that was it. I didn't mod any other ones. But yeah, that's kind of a passing hobby. I haven't really used those. I took those camping once, but it's kind of a pain to shoot the darts and then have to go and find them again. The second one about the Hot Wheels collection, yeah, sometimes I put them in the pickups videos. Usually I don't. The Homer one was one of the most recent ones. I haven't been picking them up like I used to. I have like 2 containers filled with them. I need to get another container to start filling up another one. But just to satisfy, these are 2 of the recent ones I've picked up. These were 99 cents each here from Captain America. I like the ones that are themed. I really wanted to get the Super Mario ones, the 30th anniversary ones, but I never saw them in stores. If I go online and look, most people are selling the lot of 6 of them for like $40, and I'm like, yeah, it's not really worth it. I'm not gonna pay $40 for a bunch of Hot Wheels that were originally, you know, $6, you know, 99 cents each, really. So yeah, that's that. Next question is from Hey Man. What games are you looking forward to for the rest of 2016? I'm not really looking forward to any games that haven't already been released. The only games I'm really looking forward to are the games I bought on Steam and I haven't played yet. I mean, I was looking forward to playing Rocket League for a long time, and I just started playing that a couple days ago, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'll ever stop playing that. No, I will stop playing it eventually. I'm sure it'll get a little bit tiring, but that, I mean, it took me months and months and months to finally get to play that game, because there were a lot of other games I wanted to play and complete, and I wanted to do those pinball arcade videos. I want to start doing the Pinball FX videos soon, but I need time to do that. But in between stuff, I was, you know, yeah, I don't even know what really games are coming out. All I'm really looking forward to are more pinball arcade tables and maybe more Pinball FX tables once I get caught up with what I haven't played yet. That's it. I don't know what else is coming out this year. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I don't really go for these AAA games they're releasing these days. I usually wait, because again, I'm past the point to where I usually won't pay $60 for a game now. I usually wait for it to come down at least to $30, more often than not, past that before I buy it. Just because I have so much stuff in backlog, do I really need to look forward to playing games when I have games that I own that I haven't really played? Here's another one. I finally finished Project Cross Zone, and I now have this to start playing. Moving on. Next question from Jacob. What do you think about Blizzard shutting down the private world of Warcraft server Nostalrius because those sorry, man, I sometimes just, you know, talking too much. Because those 150,000 people wanted to play the game they loved and not the mess the game has become. I actually think Blizzard was in the right for doing so, because this private server, you know, obviously against their terms and services. However, it is Blizzard's fault for not providing the game that they want. But again, and the people who were running the server didn't really have the right to do that. To do that either. the potential was there that there were people that were on that server just because they didn't want to play World of Warcraft. Maybe not all of those people wanted to play the original World of Warcraft. I mean, you know, then they would have played any version. And they're saying, oh, you know what? I'll play the version for free as opposed to the version that I have to pay for. I do feel that there's a lot of people there that are just playing it because it was free and sucking money away from, you know, not really sucking. I can't imagine Blizzard lost too much money from that. But I know you posed this question before Blizzard was... I think I heard that Blizzard's actually thinking of putting up a server that is original vanilla World of Warcraft before any of these updates went on there. And if they do that and they charge for it, I think everybody will be happy, except for the people who actually wanted to play the game for free. So that's why I'm looking at that. Next question is from iBeetle, or Beetle. I don't really know how. It's not spelled like Beetle; it's spelled like Beetle. You order a pizza. What's on it? Well, if there's only one topping, it's sausage. If there's two toppings, usually it's sausage and ham. And if I could put any toppings on it, if I could put unlimited toppings on it, I'll put almost anything on it. I won't put black olives on it. I won't put a pepperoni on it, and I won't put pineapple on it. I won't put ranch on it because my wife has gotten to the habit of putting ranch on pizza. I don't think that tastes good, but and pineapple. I like pineapple. I think it's poison on a pizza. I know pepperoni is probably the most popular topping in the United States. I don't know why. I mean, I could eat pepperoni. It's not that I don't find it disgusting or anything. But holy crap! Look at, you know, I mean, if you cook a pizza and you get a slice of pizza and you need a paper towel to wipe the grease off of it, I think that something's wrong. So I prefer not pepperoni. It just doesn't really add much to the pizza in my opinion, and it's just way too greasy. So there's that. Next question is from Ganogora. Should Microsoft get out of the console market? I don't know why people want, you know, one company or another company to get out of the console market. No, they shouldn't. Even if you don't like the Xbox One, even if you think the Xbox One is sucking hard and the PS4 is the greatest console ever, even if you think they're just getting trounced on and they're not making enough money, if that's what you think, there's still no reason to hope that or think that Microsoft should get out of the console market, because it's more competition. It will spur Sony to, you know, maybe, you know, Microsoft will do something with the Xbox One, put some features on there that are not available on the PlayStation 4, and Sony will be like, oh, well, you know, and maybe that'll pick up more momentum for the Xbox One, and then Sony said, well, we need to do something on the PS4 now. That's competition. I like how Microsoft with the Xbox One is starting to slowly bring backward compatibility to games on the Xbox 360. I mean, that's one thing I kind of wish that the PS4 had. I don't wish so much that it had Netflix and all this other stuff. I don't even care about the streaming directly from PS4. If I could put my PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games in there and play them, I'd be perfectly happy with that. It'd be great. But knowing Sony the way Sony is, they won't let you do that. Hell, with the PlayStation TV, that thing's, you know, practically dying, and they won't let most of the Vita. It's got a spot in there to play the Vita games, the card game, and yet most of the games I put in there don't even work. I have no idea why. And you could say, well, it's because of the touchscreen. But there's ways around that. Games have shown us that, oh, you can use the touchpad on the PS4, or you can hold down this button and it acts like the cursor, or, you know, act like touching the screen, the front or the back. All games are compatible with it on the Vita, and yet they won't even do that. They could have helped the PlayStation TV immensely, but nope. They don't want nothing to do with it. They'd rather let it die. So, I went way off track with that question, didn't I? But endpoint, no. Nobody should get out of the console market unless it's not financially feasible for them to do it anymore. As long as they get in there, get some innovation, think they could win some customers back, go for it. Question is from Red Knight. Since you ditched consoles and you're a PC master race, not true, I haven't ditched consoles. I'm just kind of playing more on the PC now. There are still games I will play on the PS4. Are you going to pick up Overwatch? We could play together. The beta was really fun. Warning, there are girls in tight pants in the game, and if butts offend you, they'll be upset. And I think there was this whole controversy about one of the poses of one of the characters in the game, and the I don't know who makes the game, but they changed it and people got all upset about it. Who cares? I didn't even know what Overwatch was. Even after looking at the controversy, I had to find some gameplay footage and look at it. And it's some kind of first-person shooter. It looks kind of cool, but I'm just now starting getting Rocket League. So what does that tell you with how far behind I am? And honestly, I think Rocket League is a lot of fun. It's really right up my alley controlling a car like that to play some version of soccer. And for first-person shooters, I think I peaked on those many years ago. The last one I was at least half good at was Quake 3. And that's really the last one I played a whole lot. Things started going downhill for me with Half-Life, the Counter-Strike mod on Half-Life. I used to go to LAN parties, and as soon as that came up, I started getting my ass kicked from 2 ways from Sunday. I can't hold my own against people that play first-person shooting these days. I cannot. I'm so far out of practice even now. I mean, I could play Portal, but when it comes to twitch reflexes and first-person shooters, forget about it. And you know what? I could have some fun being not that good, but the problem is that everybody else is so much better for me, it kind of ruins the experience. So I usually play my first-person shooters not online. Although I did play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 one time with somebody from YouTube, and it was kind of fun. But I think for me, I'd have to be in with a group of people that I already know, and we all have to be in the same room together. That's just the way it worked out at LAN parties, and that's where I have fun playing the games. If I was just sitting at home by myself playing with people I don't know, and they're just killing me, I think that'd be pretty frustrating for me. So I don't know. You know, is Overwatch out of the question? No, it's not. When a game comes out, if it is out, I don't know if it's actually out yet. I may put it in my wish list in Steam, and then I may actually buy it if it goes on sale, and I could get it for less than $10. I mean, it's like Borderlands. I wound up buying all 3 Borderlands games because they were in a bundle and on sale on Steam, and I haven't yet played them. I played a little bit of the first one, but now I have, 3 of them? I don't remember which 3, and I'm not even close to starting any of those. I got lots of other games I'd rather play before those, but I may get to those someday. Let's move on. This one's from Ashen1. Remember back in the early 90s, the Nickelodeon Super Toy... Sorry. Remember back in the early 90s, the Nickelodeon Super Toy Run. You had 5 minutes to run through the Toys R Us and grab whatever you could. If you had one, what would you run to grab? I'm going to be honest with you. I never heard of the Nickelodeon Super Toy Run. Early 90s, I didn't have cable. My parents never had cable. I never got cable. I mean, my uncle had cable, but he lived in Wisconsin. You know, from point of reference, I'm in Chicago. Wisconsin's a 2-hour drive. I'd see some cable at some other people's houses. It wasn't until 95 where I actually caught a glimpse of Mystery Science Theater 3000. But when I got into the military and got my own room, I got cable just for Mystery Science Theater 3000. But early 90s, I knew about some shows. I knew about Nick Arcade and stuff like that, but I never heard of Nickelodeon Super Toy Run. But you could run through a Toys R Us, grab whatever you could. If I had one, what would you grab? Early 90s, I'd probably grab video game stuff. That would be pretty much it. I might have grabbed, like, maybe some remote control cars or something like that, but my focus would have been on whatever video game stuff at the time. Game Boy stuff. I don't know how early 90s we're talking, but we had NES, Genesis, Super Nintendo. You know, pretty much that stuff. Next question is from Ludux Grundier. It's a Ludux Grundier. Are you going to buy Overwatch? And I think this is an overlap. Should have grouped this one together with the one from Red Knight. Am I going to buy Overwatch? Not right away, probably. Unless some of my friends are playing it and they want me to play with them, then I'll buy it. Otherwise, I'll put it on my wish list if it's on Steam. I don't even know if it's on Steam. I could be completely wrong about that now I'm thinking about it. But if I get a really good discount on it, maybe I'll buy it. Next question is from Thomas Harrison Lord. Will you be playing Severed on the PS Vita? It looks like something you would enjoy. You know what? I remember seeing a review for that, and then I remember reading this question and looking it up. Looks pretty interesting, but again, I'm not going to buy it if it's a digital download. The thing I said before in my other video about digital downloads only being on PC, I meant it. I'm not going to buy digital downloads on Vita, 3DS. I'm not going to buy it on PS4. Now, I do have some digital downloads on my 3DS, but they were free. I mean, they were Club Nintendo giveaways. I think the Animal Crossing New Leaf, that was one of them. I want my games physical format. That's all there is to it. And again, it may be something I would enjoy, but again, I have other games I already have that I know I would enjoy that I haven't played yet. Next question is from Jim Jeffries. Are you going to be purchasing any more limited run games? Will you open and play them or keep them sealed? Yeah, actually, you must have saw me pick up Saturday Morning RPG. I did open that and played it. That's how I got the footage for it. I haven't put this in a pickup video yet, and I got this fairly recently, like less than a week ago. But new and tasty, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey I got on the PS4. And honestly, I got on the PS4 because I completely forgot about them selling it. And if you didn't know, these limited run games are limited to 2,000 copies each. So there was 2,000 PS4 copies and 2,000 PS Vita games copies of it. And they split it up during the day. I can't remember if it's 4,000. I think they sold like 1,000 of each in the morning and 1,000 in each at night. And it's always a day I work. But I was busy at work, and I totally missed the first batch. And when the second batch came around, I was totally busy again. And I only lucked out at getting by the time I realized that they had already sold out of the Vita version, and I wanted to get the PS4 version. But in hindsight, I'm kind of glad I got the PS4 version. And if you remember my kind of little rant of my last video where I said that, oh, you know what? Every game I popped in needed to update. Guess what? This did not need to update. Why? Because obviously this has been completed already. It's already been out for a few years. So what they put on the disc obviously doesn't need to get updated. And you know what? I have 4 more questions, but they're not really serious questions. But I'm going to go through them anyway, just because they are Mystery Science Theater 3000 references. So, BB526 says, was Steve Urkel ever funny? And you may think, what does it have to do with Mystery Science Theater 3000? But there was an episode, I can't remember exactly which one, where Mike Nelson pretends to be Urkel, and for almost the whole episode. Not during the movie segments. And to cheer everybody up, he just comes out and goes, hey, I'm Urkel! And all the characters that reoccurring characters come back and laugh at him for like the whole episode. So yes, that is the only instance in which Steve Urkel was funny, is when Mike Nelson plays him. Next question is from Ega. Why should people watch out for snakes? It's never really explained in Ega, but the assumption is that maybe they're poisonous and they could bite you, so watch out for snakes. Next question is from Officer Klein. Why is smut so awful? And at first I read this question, I was like, what does they have to do with any? And I realized, oh, Officer Klein. This is a reference to the Sinister Urge, an episode, a movie they did on Mystery Science Theater 3000, directed by Ed Wood, the Sinister Urge. And there was an officer, Officer Klein. And according to Ed Wood, smut is awful because it turns people into filthy degenerates who will commit any crime. Last question here from Husky Pete. Crow 1111. I don't get you. Dee dee hee hee. Hua hua. That again is another sketch. Oh, I don't remember which episode it was, but Gypsy, Crow was doing something, and Gypsy comes by and says, Crow, I don't get you. And Crow just goes through, is it this? Is it this? Is it a body odor? Is it the way I do this? Is it this? And Gypsy goes, I don't know. And eventually at the end, Gypsy's like, I don't know, maybe it's Tom I don't get. And Crow gets upset, leaves. Servo comes by, And Gypsy goes, Tom, I don't get you. And Tom goes, nobody gets me. I'm the win, baby, and leaves. And that is that. And that's this video. Thanks, everyone, for watching. See you all next time. Before I forget, if you do have a question, link to where you can post your questions is in the description. I may or may not read them because, honestly, if I see a question that doesn't need to be answered, or I don't want to answer it, I am deleting them. Anyway, again, see you all next time. Bye.